C.H.O. Souf got something to say. Souf got something to say. We hustle, we grinding away. Tomorrow ain't promised today. Know why we gon' shine in your face. Souf got something to say. Souf got something to say. Souf got something to say. Souf got something to say.
It's Wise got you and I'm the mouth for the South with my C.H.O. Listen what we're talking about. It's the We Good podcast. The South got something to say, and y'all got the right ones. 'Cause we got time today.
Straight facts, no lies on. We really baking them pies home. We really changing these lives home. Really out here on the grind though. From the basketball to the media, from the touchdowns you can speak from us. From the credit game to the business lane, we put food in refrigerators, man. From the hip hop to the pro tool, from the R&B to the old school, from the biggest fights to the biggest nights. C.H.O. and Q gon' get you right. Gon' get you right. C.H.O. and Q gon' get you right. Gon' get you right. C.H.O. and Q gon' get you right. Souf got something to say. We hustle, we grinding away. Tomorrow ain't promised today. Know why we gon' shine in your face. The Souf got something to say. The Souf got something to say. The Souf got something to say. The Souf got something to say.
And we up.
Yo. What's good, man?
It's your boy Wise Guy Q, the mouth of the South.
Man, it's your boy C.H.O, Mr. Strategy Over Stress.
Yes, sir. And we got a very special guest in the house tonight. I mean, well, he's my father.
I told you not to say that in public.
You know, so I got my blood on here, but this is gonna be a financial literacy episode, and we're real big on financial literacy. We're gonna be hitting on that a lot in our podcast, you know. So, first, I'd like to welcome you on the show. His name is Michael Dalcoe. I'm gonna mess up your name. It's almost my name.
Right. Come on now, let's get it together.
Welcome, Michael Dalcoe, to the We Good podcast.
Mr. Dalcoe.
Yes, and
King Dalcoe.
We're gonna get into an interview with him a little bit. But first, you know, we gotta let y'all know our sponsors. We're brought to you by Crack Pies, the pies that change lives.
It's the crack for me, man.
Yeah.
For me, man.
If y'all haven't heard about it, just be putting your ear to the streets. Go on your social media platforms, just at Crack Pies.
With a K.
It ain't hard to find.
Crackpies.com, Crack Pies everything.
Pretty sure y'all heard the buzzing.
The pressure of the hip hop, you know, we got the buzz to sponsor the show, you know. What else we got? We got Dirt Town Sound.
We also brought to you by Dirt Town Sound. Go to www.wiseguyq17th.com and go get them beats. If you need some beats, we got them beats on deck. We also brought to you by Righteous Grind Academy.
Righteous Grind Academy is the financial literacy academy for our community. I develop financial literacy cards for the youth. You can go download them at righteousgrindacademy.com. They're for $10. You can go get digital downloads for your children for life for $10. All right, go get those downloads, righteousgrindacademy.com. Check that out.
And Chose, how can the people follow your podcast? You're on a radio station and iHeart, where else?
Yeah, you definitely we on iHeartRadio, basically everywhere. If you
We Good
Podcast. If you go looking for us on iHeartRadio, you will have to go to 105.7. 105.7 in their podcast. We'll broadcast off of that. You can go all streaming, all networks, Roku, Tubu, all the networks, even on your Fire Stick. If you got Fire Stick, you can get us on your channel. So you can go on Fire Stick if you got that and catch the podcast. We everywhere.
YouTube, We Good.
We Good podcast on YouTube.
We dropping new episodes every Wednesday. What is it? 8 or 9 o'clock? What time?
9 o'clock.
Yeah, 9 o'clock every Wednesday. We dropping new episodes, and we love to see everybody come and hang out and leave your comments. Y'all smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, comment, and
let us know what you like. Let us know what you like about the content. Come back. Let us know If we ain't hitting on the points that y'all want to see, if we ain't talking about the subjects y'all want us to talk about, please let us know. Please get us informed. Please comment. Let us know what y'all want to hear, what y'all want to bring on. Also, too, if you have any kind of product, business, any kind of system or anything that you're doing, entrepreneurship, clothing line, brand, food, restaurant, anything you got going on that's positive and you want to promote, please hit us up, wegood.events, and go to the webpage and sign up, and you can sign up on the podcast show to come on the show and let us know what you got. What else we got, Keith?
Also, if you would like to be a part of the show, if you want to be on the podcast as a guest, go to wegood.events. That's WEGUUD.events. And then you go to the podcast, sign up, and you can sign up to be a guest on the show there. Also, follow us on all your social media platforms at We Good Podcast. And yeah, that's pretty much where we're going with that if you need to follow us. But most definitely go to YouTube and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like it. You know what I'm saying?
Comment. Please comment and let us know.
Yeah.
Man. So, let me go.
Hey, though.
What you got?
Everybody been talking about that Kanye Drink Champs
interview.
Yeah, what you thought about that, man, and what you had seen?
I didn't see all of it. It's like 2.5 hours or whatever the case may be. I seen much of it. Very interesting. He's all over the place, talking about different subjets. One of the main subjects.
Hard to keep up.
Yeah, he was definitely all over the place talking, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. One of the main things I like, Kanye, you know, he's a billionaire. So 9 million, you know, 9 billion.
You can hate on that man all you want to.
But he is a billionaire. So he
did something right.
He's setting the standard for financial literacy, but he talked about what we own, stocks, land, different things of that nature. Those things are most important to us. And you know, another thing that we're gonna be talking about is the crypto.
But hold on, no, he was talking about putting himself on the stock market, bro.
Yeah, he did say that. He did say he wanted
publicly trade himself.
He said he could do that. He said he wanted to publicly trade himself on the stock market.
Cho say that our social security number is like
it is. When you're born, your birth certificate, your social security number is also traded on the stock market. Absolutely. For those who don't know, this is really financial literacy at its finest. We real deep on it. So if you don't know, your birth certificate, your social security number is also traded on the stock market as commodities when you're born. So if you don't know that, so for Kanye to say that he was willing to trade himself and put himself on the stock market, he obviously know the history of the birth certificate and the social security number.
What you gonna say about the crypto though?
I was gonna say, he was pointing about, everybody's talking about the stocks, everybody's talking about real estate, land, conventional, but the new wave, basically, and the new way to make millionaires faster is the crypto space. The crypto space, or the platform, which Bitcoin, Ethereum, all these other new coins that's popping up and all different platforms that's popping up, the blockchain platform. We're going to be getting into that. That's why we got our host, our guest today, Mr. Dalcoe, to get into those topics about the crypto, educate you on the crypto, what's going on in the space, how can you get involved, how can you purchase, how much do you make, different things of that nature. So the thing about Kanye is, everybody call him crazy, whatever the case may be, but if you 9 billion strong, I'd be crazy too. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he's still talking about things
he's gonna talk about making trillions.
Trillions out. Now that's something that our people don't even talk about. Even come out their mouth to say.
About M's.
Right. We still talking about millions, and he already in the B's talking about T's. So that should let you know we got a lot of work to do, and we should be supporting our entrepreneurs, not just Kanye, but entrepreneurs, small businesses, different things of that nature, because Kanye didn't get there by himself. He got there with a lot of support, so we definitely need to support more in entrepreneurs in different spaces and different things of that nature.
Jay-Z trying to get into that online betting.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be huge too. Yeah, Jay-Z got it. It's crazy because Jay-Z the one that put Kanye on. And for Jay to put Kanye on, and Kanye is past him as far as economically, that just lets you know that it doesn't matter You know, as long as you get your time, you can shine bigger than the person.
That's one question I wanted to ask you though. Like, who would be like your favorite businessman or in the entertainment or something like that? Who, like, would you want to work with Master P, Jay-Z?
Man, it's
tough.
It's tough, man. I mean, you got to think back in the days when I was really into music and I was really going crazy. You know, whatever case may be. It was Master P. Master P. When I was young in the music, he was the mogul of the trap, of the music, and how to move it from your trunk and different things of that nature. But as I got older, plays I've seen, I think if I would pick a person, it would probably be Rick Ross. I like the way Ross is moving.
You know, they say he having some problems right now. Meek Mill talking about he ain't getting his money.
He ain't getting his money paid, whatever the case may be.
That check.
Yeah, that's the music. That's the music industry. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Ross, you need to tighten up, man, because you came at Baby. Right. When he on Lil Wayne about him not paying. So you shouldn't be having no issues with Meek Mills, especially he your number one artist. So that's another thing. I mean, I like Ross because his moves, man, because even Nipsey Hussle, before he died, he gave props to Ross as being one of the contributors to how his style is as far as investing. So that really made me look at what Ross is doing with the franchising and stuff like that. He got a lot of franchises in the food industry, different things of that nature. Another one I would say right now that's really shocked me is E40.
Oh,
E40 got the food game on Smash.
Goon with the spoon?
Goon with the spoon. E40 got the food game with the spoon, so you definitely want to check that out.
He got that liquor game on lock too.
He got the wine, he got the liquor, he got the food. He got his own meats, he got his own food, he got his own packaging.
Product don't talk back.
Right.
You're going to go do what you wanted to do.
Produce some product. So let's take a book. Let's take a book out of these entrepreneurs. Let's take a book out of these entrepreneurs' page and show that we can produce product. Producing product overrides anything. So if you could produce and manufacture your own product, you are in control of your destiny. You're in control of your future. So we want to definitely point that out. That all of this is about controlling your own future, not giving somebody else the control over you, but to have the control to move, produce product, and eventually get to the point where you're manufacturing your own product.
For sure. All right. Hey, you had made a prediction this weekend now. You know what I mean?
Before we get in this interview, I must clear the air. Okay, last week I did make a prediction of the upset of Caleb Plant beating Canelo. The fight went pretty much like I thought it was. Plant did what he did the whole fight, dominated the fight.
11th round.
And the 11th round, he got anointed with that left hand by Canelo, and he went down for the first time in his career, and he ended up losing the fight. I still think it was a great fight.
You watched the fight?
Yeah, I
heard about it.
Yeah, I still think it's a great fight. I think Caleb Plant will be champion of the world again. I don't feel no different, even though I lost the bet, and I did bet on it. So even though I lost the bet, I still feel confident about my bet. One thing I want to hit on about boxing, though, that kind of disturbed me before we get into this interview, is the scorecards. If anybody that's real boxing, if I'm a real boxing fan, I've been boxing for the longest. I've trained boxers and all that. Anybody know about boxing? You've seen the round for round, and they had Canelo up big in that fight, and that was terrible. And that's the reason why boxing is falling off and UFC is picking up and taking over the game, because boxing got so much politics in it. It's crazy. There's nowhere in the world that Caleb Plant was losing that fight at all. He beat Canelo the whole fight. I had him up 7-3, and the fact that they had him up like 88-83, it was kind of crazy. So shouts out to Canelo. I got to give him respect. First undisputed super middleweight Mexican champ in history. Never been done at the superweight division. It's been unified champs, but not at the superweight like that. So shouts out to Canelo. Take nothing away from him. And I lost the bet. I'm a man. I lost the bet.
You still stick by your word? What's coming up with this next fight, though?
Yeah, Bud Crawford all day long. Bud shouldn't lose this fight. Shouldn't be no pressure. If Bud loses this fight, I might have to retire from talking about boxing. So, listen, if Bud loses this fight, I might have to retire from talking about boxing. Everybody know I'm a boxing head, so I don't think that's gonna happen. Anything can happen in the boxing ring. Nothing's guaranteed. So anything can happen. But at the end of the day, the November 20th coming up is Bud Crawford Sean Porter, big pay-per-view fight. You want to check that out. If you're a fight fan, you into fights, you into skill set, check that fight out. It's going to be a real dope fight. November 20th, check it out, pay-per-view. Let's get into the interview. Let's see what's going on now.
I want to wish everybody a happy holiday season. I want y'all to be safe out there throughout the holidays. I know y'all finna get ready to go spending some money, but you know, Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday, and I know y'all gonna want some good pastries for the holiday on Thanksgiving, so don't forget to look in and tap into them crack pies.
Definitely.
We love to have that around your dinner table.
FYI, we are getting ready to come out with our own custom vending machines. All right? We're getting ready to come. We're about to change the dessert industry. This has not been told. We have not been talking about this, but we are getting ready to come out with our own custom vending machines. I had to go to North Carolina to get the test done and everything like that, and it's official. Man, we finna be everywhere. Crack pies finna be everywhere. Everywhere there's vending machines at, we gonna see crack pies coming up real soon. So investors, anybody that's interested in being a part of the brand, we the pastry of hip hop. It's gonna change the game. So it's gonna be easy money, a 24-hour a kiosk for you to be able to recoup your bread. So at the end of the day, you're gonna get those Thanksgiving for you. Yeah, holla at your boy, man. You know.
We also we brought to you by Bars and Vocals. If you got them bars, you got vocals. If you got both,
then you the superstar we looking for.
Yes, sir. Go on www.WeGoodEvents and sign up for the Bars and Vocals Showcase.
We got that coming
up.
Tell
them about that.
Man, listen, you either got bars or you got vocals. We want the best singers. We want the best rappers. And if you both, you the talent everybody looking for. We definitely think it's here in Atlanta. And we want to be able to expose that. We're going to have guest judges. Me and Q going to be two of the judges. We're going to have two guest DJs judging and different things of that nature to bring out the talent and everything like that. Networking, everything like that. It's going to be dope, going to be viral, and we're going to film it. We're going to record it. So it's going to be recorded, and we're going to be putting it up so everybody can be able to see it, judge, and we're going to have it where the fans can judge on the talent that's being displayed. So the fans are going to be active into this, being able to judge on what's going on the character. So it's not going to be just the judges, us. It's going to be based on the fans' viewership. So that's definitely going to be coming up at least by December. We're going to be looking to put that out and get that rocking. And yeah, bars and vocals, man. So you ain't heard nothing like it. It's straight cutthroat. If you ain't got the bars, I don't care nothing about no trapping. I don't care nothing about no hustling. If you ain't got the bars, you don't qualify. If you ain't got the vocals, you don't qualify. So that's just, it is what it is. We're looking for the best talent, and we're going to get it out there.
Yeah, we got a good ear for talent, so we were just talking about that today. So we're going to put you on, definitely put you on. All right, don't forget, at We Good Podcast on all platforms. Go smash the subscribe button, like, tap in your comments, because we know what y'all like to hear, who y'all like to come on the show. You know what I mean? We get to know y'all get to know us a little bit. But no further, we're going to keep you waiting no further. We're going to bring to you, I don't know how to address you formally. It's just so hard. Say Michael Dalcoe, you know what I mean? This is Michael Dalcoe.
King Dalcoe.
Financial entrepreneur, my role model. He's taught me a whole lot about finances, literature, life. You know what I mean? I look up to this man. I told him the other day, he was surprised or something. You know what I mean? But he's been a major influence in my life. The whole reason why I am an entrepreneur to this day, why I haven't really held down a regular job, but why I always been with the hustler mentality. And I always keeping more than one hustle at that, but knowing how to focus and maneuver and be an entrepreneur out here. I told him that I started my first business at 12 years old because of him, called Common Sense Enterprise. I was selling oil, and I was doing my thing too, because we was in the church. So I was selling all the oils to the people in the church. I thought I was just the businessman of the year or something back then, but I was just trying to follow in his footsteps because he always had his own business. He walked up that job back in the day. I ain't never seen him look back, and this man here is millionaire.
You started before me, man. I started at 15. You started at 12. That's something I ain't know. And this one of my day one partners. So I ain't know he started at entrepreneurship at 12. Kind of made me feel a little some type of way. You know what I mean? But
man, it's in the bloodline, man.
Love, man.
I'm glad to have you here, though, man. How
it's good
how
to
I
be
feel.
here. It feels real good. And before I get started, because I could literally be in this conversation for hours, I called it on my live stream, my Facebook Live, I called it the delusion of money. But with that being my entrance to the conversation, I want to talk about you two guys super, super quick and just sort of let the people know why I'm so excited to be here. First of all, Chos, I got to tell you, thank you. And even if it really, you don't need a thank you from me because you would do this from your heart.
Pleasure.
You would
my
do this
pleasure
from your
to
heart,
have you
but
here.
you and Q have been rolling since y'all were kids, and now I'm sitting across this desk looking at you with gray in your beard. And man, I'm super proud of you, and I'm super proud of Q for y'all sticking together because
Absolutely.
it's always better together.
Absolutely.
Better together.
Absolutely.
Now y'all are, formally rolling into this business model, and I'm loving what you're doing. You're diversifying, and you're doing it the intelligent way.
Yeah.
Keeping it 100 and doing it the intelligent way. So I'm just really excited to be here with you guys. And I want to talk just a little bit about the delusion of money. And y'all talked about already, you started talking about Floyd Mayweather and Jay-Z and Kanye, the different artists. And these people are doing some big things. And here's what I think made them the icons, the business moguls that they are, your Master P's. This is what made them the business moguls that they are. And it's a simple strategy. One of my mentors, Mr. Ty Best, says, it's easier to be rich than it is to be broke. Now,
Wow.
when you first say that, you're like, well, no, it's not. No, it's not because, more people are broke. Why isn't that more people are rich? Well, they're not doing the things to get rich.
Right.
They're doing the things to be broke.
Right.
It takes the same level of focus to be broke as it does to be rich. Now let's prove it. Let's prove this whole talk. All right. To be broke, what do you got to do? Well, you got to take a long path to get broke. Let me show you what you got to do. You got to go to school for 12 years a slave. You got to do 12 years a slave just to get out of
Facts.
primary.
Facts.
Right? You can't even apply
Facts.
for money
Facts.
until they say you finished the 12 years. That's why I love that you got in business at 12.
Facts.
Right? Teach your children now to get in business
Absolutely.
way before they finish that slave trial of 12 years. Because you're already 18. How far behind are you? How much money could you have generated in 18 years? You're sitting there following this strategy that was really designed. Man, I don't even know if y'all want me in here.
I'm ready. I want you here. I'm amped up. I'm amped up.
They're going to call the police.
Oh, man. No, they ain't.
I can't
No,
tell
they
y'all
ain't.
where we are.
They ain't gonna-
Undisclosed location.
No.
They put you in a system that is designed to make you become an employee.
Speak to him, Mr. Dalcoe.
You can't even qualify to be an employee until you're about 15. So by this time, 15 years on earth, do you know Dr. King, they advanced him into college around 15, 16. They let him in early.
Yep.
The man was advanced,
Yeah,
right?
he was.
But it was because of his exposure.
Right. Facts.
He was no smarter than you guys.
Right.
He was no smarter than you.
Right.
He just had the right exposure. He
Exposure.
was getting this information
Early
early.
in age.
Early in
Absolutely.
age.
Because the brain doesn't have a time frame when it receives information. Matter of fact, a child will pick up information and retain it more so than an adult will.
Exactly.
They will draw back on that information more than the adult. The adult will forget, but a child will be like, I remember when you did this
All
and
right,
did
all
that.
right, let's talk about that. So, and you're going to get me way off topic.
No,
So
go ahead,
you gotta
go ahead. 'Cause
stop.
I know you got some
stop.
fire. I know you got
All right,
some
so
fire,
look,
man. I want to get you
when
on.
we're kids, we learn 80% of everything we know
Wow.
between ages 1 and 7. We learn almost everything we know. And the stuff that we're not taught, we model it. In other words, we watch our parents.
Do it, right?
And whatever your parents are doing,
You're going to do it.
you're
gonna
learning that
pick it.
this must be the right way to go, right? So what are 95% of parents doing? What are they doing?
Working for somebody else.
That's exactly. Come on. They work with somebody else. So they wake up in the morning. So look,
Facts.
this is what we're teaching our children. I didn't teach it to you guys because I was hustling, right? But this is what we teach our kids. We wake up in the morning. We wake them up. They don't get to wake up naturally. You feel
Right,
me?
facts.
We're energy beings.
Right,
We're
absolutely.
literally designed to wake up when the sun touches our skin. But we don't wake up naturally. We wake up artificially by an alarm clock.
Right.
Right?
Facts.
So We get the alarm clock because we got to go hit it. We wake our kids up, and guess where we send them? We send them to this other institution called school.
Right.
Isn't it amazing that the school hours are congruent to the work hours?
They teach them to work.
And they teach them okay, so we put our kids in an institution to learn how to do what we're doing. We're running off to work for 8 to 10 hours, and our children are being
how to move in their society.
They've been taught and influenced by somebody other than their DNA
people.
Donor, the person that I gave you my DNA. But for many years, I'm chasing dollars, and someone else is teaching you what you're supposed to do when it was supposed to be me imparting my influence into you. I'm trusting the system, and you never liked school. Right? You never liked school. And then the status quo says something's wrong with you if you don't like school. Now, what it is that's your divinity screaming, I'm not supposed to be here. Right? And here I am.
Institutionalized.
They institutionalized.
They're trying to program you to be their slaves, and you don't like it because your spirit's telling you that that's not right.
Exactly. Say that one more time.
Your spirit is telling you that's not right. You don't know what's happening. You don't know why you're frustrated. You know why you're angered. To go learn from another nation that don't love you.
Man, listen, and then they
trying
punish.
To figure out why you learning this right here. What it's gonna have to do with anything I'm gonna have to do.
Ask everybody. Ask everybody.
I just want somebody to answer me what form of trigonometry or geometry that they
are using today. None of it.
Zero. Subtracting.
Zero. You're learning history. That's not history.
That's not history. That's not the true history.
The whole and I'm sorry. I'm real hardcore on. I'm hard on institutions. I'm hard on the penal system. Let's don't talk about that.
We got to bring you back for a part
two.
Bro,
I'm telling you, I don't have enough time. I'm gonna get to my topic right here, which is right here. Let me put it on the camera. I'm gonna get to the topic right here. We're gonna get here. But look, they're the institutions of the penal system. How they put our families incarcerate our family members for stupid stuff like plants. Like you get incarcerated for plants. But here these other people are doing high-level crimes against the government, and they get probation.
They get off.
Like, these are institutions that are designed to keep the rich rich and the poor poor. Now, let's get to the equalizer. I'm gonna just fast forward because I could be on a rant forever.
You been keeping up with the time?
Yeah, we are.
We good?
We're good.
Because I'll talk forever on this. I want to talk about Bitcoin, right? Yeah, and I want to talk about 30 minutes. Okay, I want to talk about Bitcoin. I want to talk about cryptocurrencies because now we talked about the institutions. We just glazed over it. We've been taught to be skeptical of things that are designed to enrich us. I'm going to say it again. We've been taught to be skeptical of things that are designed to enrich us. Right. This whole cryptocurrency phase, guys, was designed to equalize the money game.
Right.
All right. Now, I titled my live stream "The Delusion of Money" because what we're taught is go to school for 12 years, graduate, make good grades.
That's the 40-year plan.
That's the 40-year plan.
Crash dummy.
Graduate so that you can get a piece of paper and some student loans to go to college and get another piece of paper.
That ain't worth toilet paper.
That's not worth toilet paper. And the way you know it is because the people that come out of school with advanced degrees have an average income of about $60,000 a year.
And probably working in a field that they ain't even degreed in.
Chose, grab your calculator on your phone real quick. I'm gonna give you some ridiculous numbers.
Let's go.
All right, so just grab your calculator. So let's say let me give you some incredible numbers. Let's say you make $100,000 a year, which, by the way, only 5% of the people in the world earn $100,000 a year.
Only 5% of the people earn $100K a year.
If you make $100,000 a year, you're in the top 5% money earners globally.
5% of the, you hear that?
5.
This is ridiculous. I'm talking about people that go to work 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week or more, in traffic all morning and back home that evening, feeding their kids out of a brown paper bag, going to bed and hitting it again tomorrow. They wake up, their spouse goes left, they go right. You're away from the people you love and care about.
Time.
For most of the time.
Time is more valuable than money. Time is more valuable than money.
Listen. And then the top. I mean, people with advanced master's degrees are making 50, 60, 70,000.
Yeah,
I'm going to give you 100,000 a year. Okay, so put in 100,000.
Got you.
For 40 years, multiply that by 40. How much you earn for your lifetime?
It's $4 million.
$4 million in a whole lifetime for 40 years playing. All right, how much of the $100,000 a year do you get to save? Well, first off, you got to subtract 40%. So hit minus, and then 40, and then hit the percent sign. And what did that come up to?
16,000.
Okay, so do all right. So let's do it like this. So do 100,000.
4 million. Hold on, let me make sure.
All right, 4 million minus.
Minus.
And Mark, pull up your calculator on your phone too. I'm gonna do it.
Oh no, 40%. 1.6 million.
Okay, that's how much you're taking out. So you really only made 2.4 million. So I know they told you made 4 million,
but you didn't.
But
you didn't keep it.
It's
not the money you make; it's the money you keep.
Because federal and state taxes take 40% off the top.
Off the top.
They take that off the top. All right, so you really only made 2.4 million in 40 years. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna do 2.4 million, and we're gonna divide that by 40. So that's $60,000 a year that you brought to the house. Now, of that $60,000, you're paying all your bills. Now, the bills you pay, how much money do y'all think the average person saves every year?
Save?
Get to keep.
None.
I don't believe.
Average?
None. 2%.
2%?
2-3%. It gotta make. If $100,000 is 5% of the wealth.
How many of y'all saving money? Be honest.
That's what I'm gonna ask. Let's ask.
Put it in the comments.
Who's saving more? Who
saves?
saves? Okay, so let's do. If you do $60,000 a year divided by 12, that's $5,000 a month that you earned. How much of the $5,000 do you keep? Because in America, people always talking about how much I make. I make six figures.
It's not about how much you make, it's what you keep.
Okay, so who keeps six figures? Nobody. And then out of the 6 figures you don't keep, $5,000 a month, if we divide that by 4, that's $1,200 a week. I promise you I can find $1,200 a week.
Selling popcorn.
Okay, but out of $1,200 a week you earn, how much do you keep? Well, the average savings per week in America is $25 a week.
$25. You hear that? Y'all, I want y'all to pay attention and y'all make sure y'all hear it. $25 a week.
That's what the average
saving. Boy, we got a lot of work to do.
$25 a week. All right, now I'm going to go backwards on my calculator. 25 times 52 times 40.
I always said the problem ain't getting money, it's keeping it.
It's keeping it. Okay, so if I save $25 a week on a $100,000 a year job, I save $52,000 over 40 years. Now, how long you gonna live in retirement with $52,000? If I divide that down again by 12 months,
retirement,
that's $1,000 a week.
You're going
52 months, 52 weeks of the month.
These old folks still working.
You save $52,000 in your whole life.
You see some old people working at Publix, 70 years old, 80 years, bagging up groceries because they miss. I always tell my children, I tell my children all the time, if you see somebody that's 60, 70, 80 years old at a grocery store bagging up, they make the wrong decisions financially in life.
So let me rush to my close so we can freak some people out right quick. If you got, in 2009, you could get 3 Bitcoin. Matter of fact, let me take one out my pocket. This is a replica. You could get 3 Bitcoin. Y'all ready for this? It's going to mess you up so bad. You could get 3 of these for a penny. Today, this thing is at $66,000
value
each.
For one.
So for 1 penny, you would have almost $2,000 right here, $200,000 in your hand. All right. Now it says 66,000. I know what you're saying. You're saying I can't afford Bitcoin now. It's too high.
No, it's not.
Okay, tell me why.
Because the investment allows you, just like stocks. Investment allows you to fractionalize. You can buy stocks. If you treat it like a stock, you can buy at fractions. So you don't have to have the whole dollar amount, just whatever you have, $1, $5, and it'll fractionize the value of the coin that you purchase.
Now, as simple as that sounds,
as it goes up, as it rises, you actually see your money grow inside of that account.
Now, as simple as that sounds for y'all, you know that most people, almost 100%, like 90-some%, have never heard of what you're saying.
Right.
Like, I can't afford Bitcoin. You can buy $10 worth. Go to your Cash App right now.
Every day. You buy a little bit every day.
Every day.
every
Go to
time you
your
get
Cash
money,
App.
and don't spend
It's
it.
gonna
Right.
it's gonna grow in your account. You
Right.
can see more money than you be putting in.
Right.
Once you see it growing, you're gonna be like, oh,
Oh
my
man,
God.
All right.
I need to get
All
What
right.
that.
else
now-
can I do?
This is where
And
we
it's
run,
gonna go over 100,000 easy.
This
It's not
is where
gonna
we
stop.
run from opportunity. So I'm in a company right now called GS Partners. And all we do is we promote a project, a blockchain,
Right.
Joe's.
Right.
We promote a blockchain-based project,
Wow.
and we get paid in Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Put
Now,
me
here's-
on. Put me on.
I got you. Right after
Put me
the,
on.
I got you right after the interview.
Yes, sir. I need
All right.
to know.
Now, here's where people miss it. So we say, build. Here it goes. Build a business where you get paid in something like this. Okay, I used to be in real estate, mortgages and real estate, and I was in mortgages and real estate because that's where the economic energy of the time was. And then I was in gold.
Right.
Because that's where the economic energy of the time was.
Right.
And now the economic energy is flowing
To the crypto.
into crypto. Now, people are buying stocks, and I don't have a problem with stocks. And the S&P is growing at a rate of about 14 to 20% per year.
It's doing good.
40% maybe on a great year.
Yeah.
But 15 to 20% per year. So the people who take their money, go to work first of all for 40 hours a week, get paid, the tax man takes their money off the top, they take their money and put it in a savings account. The savings account is paying you 0.005% per year, and you got to pay taxes on that.
Right.
At least put your money in a stock. At least put your money in some stock that's growing.
going to grow. That's going to allow you to your money, because your money has to beat you in the future.
All right,
Your
so
money
why
has
are
to-
people
Right.
doing that? Why aren't people putting their money in stock?
Because
They don't understand it.
Because
And they want their money now too.
because of speed. They because people don't understand that investing takes time. They want their stuff now. They want to say, if they put their money in right now, I need to be able to see it next week,
All right.
and they need to be able to. It need to
They
be
don't
able
want
to.
their money to be
It need to
tied
be
up,
full
and they
of
can't touch
weight.
it.
Yeah, so
All right.
because most people don't save, so when most people looking at
can't
their
let their money
investment,
sit.
they're looking at their investment sitting, and their money's supposed to beat them in the future, meaning their money has to make little money babies.
All right, so let's talk about a subject that you just brought up, but you didn't even say the word.
Let's go.
I call it delayed gratification.
Okay.
Most of the people in our communities cannot delay gratification. They earn some money, they spend the money because they want some stuff.
Right?
They want some stuff.
They want to be recognized for something, being able to have something. I got possessions. People are possession crazy.
Absolutely.
They got to have possession. They got to have this. They got to have that, and that's why they don't have the value. Is because they want the possessions now
All right,
instead
look,
of the assets
on
later.
my wrist, this is a Rolex.
Right.
All right. This is a $13,000 watch.
Nice job.
Now, but here's the thing. Here's what's crazy about it.
The watch is growing.
That's
Value.
what I'm about to
They
say.
grow value.
All right. So this is what the community will do.
Right.
They'll buy a fake one for status.
For status to look good,
Now they'll buy a fake one
No
for status
value.
for $200 or $300,
but no value.
but no value.
No value.
Whereas the wealthy will pay $13,000 and it'll stay $13,000 or more in the future.
In the future.
But now here's what's crazy: that fake one for $200 or $300,
Right.
you could have taken that and put it into something that would
Stocks
grow,
would've
and now you
grown.
can afford it.
Crypto
All
would've grown,
all
right. Facts.
So I'm gonna get back to the Bitcoin. All
I
right.
love this episode.
So the stock, 15, 20, 30, 40%. That's really good.
Right.
But the money you put in the stock that would return you 40%, this returned anywhere from 150 to 200% for a decade.
Yeah.
All right, so why? Because this is where the economic energy is going. He about to buy some Bitcoin right now on Cash App. Look, ladies and gentlemen, every time you get a chance, you should either be acquiring cryptos or working in an industry that pays you in crypto, and that's what we do. We teach people how to earn, because there's three primary ways to get Bitcoin and Ethereum, or three primary ways to get this asset, this digital asset. You can mine it, which means you'd have to buy mining rigs or mining farms. You pay for the electricity and maintenance, the equipment to mine the asset. Or you can buy it with cash out of your pocket, or you can earn it free through a system. Now, which one of those sounds like it makes the most sense?
It's the last one.
To earn it free through a system.
Right.
And that's what our business, GS Partners, is all about. Now, we're trained again to be skeptical of things that were designed to enrich us.
Right.
What I'm trying to teach today is take off the skepticism. The things we should be skeptical about are the things we embrace wholeheartedly because the world teaches it as the norm.
Right.
School teachers getting a job like it's good. You get a job necessarily to take care of your ends for the moment, but don't let that be your plan A.
That's not the end all of end alls.
Your job needs to be your plan B.
Right.
Right. And that's the basis of what I came to talk to you
Need
guys
to be
about.
getting you to the level that you want to be at, because that's not the end all of end alls.
Now, if you do have a job, let's talk to the people that do have a job. What are you doing with your check? Right? There are things you can do. Now, I'm not a financial planner, not a financial advisor. I'm not offering financial advice. But I will say this. Talk to your trusted financial advisor and ask them what to put on your W-4 when you go to work. Because you know what people do? They don't properly file their W-4, so they're getting too much money taken out of their check. And what is the government doing with your money? What are they doing?
They're using it. They're spending it.
Invading countries, making weapons and...
Facts.
Come on.
Man, this is a podcast. I love this show.
All right. And so figure out how to minimize how much money's coming out of your check.
Right.
Take that money, put it into something that's growing at 120% a year. By the time tax time comes around, if you owe, you're better off just...
So you say putting your money in there is better than putting your money in the 401k?
Why would
anybody? Because when you put your
on.
money in the 401k, they're going to take 33% out of you when you retire.
And
so the government going to get 33%.
And you have no liquidity. You got to wait till you're 60 years old before you start drawing anything, and it's pre-tax. Yeah. Question. Do you think tax going to be higher or lower when you retire?
Higher.
Of course.
Higher.
So why would you take the money you're already not making, that's already, dollars,
and put it into something that's taxable, that's going to they're going to cut your head off top.
And dollars go down in value?
It's already going down.
It looks the same.
Right.
All right. Let's prove it. Let me see if I got $1. Let me see if I got $1 in my pocket. All right. Back in 1972, I don't even have $1.
Right.
Let's pretend this is $1.
That's how valuable it is.
Right? In 1972, you could get 4 loaves of bread for $1.
In 1972.
You could get 4 loaves of bread for $1. Today, it takes $5 to get one. Yeah. It takes $5 to get 1 loaf of bread now. That's because this looks the same.
But it's the value.
But the value
is changed.
So what do? You get $5, delay some gratification. Instead of buying the latest iPhone,
go take that $5, invest it, and make it
$5
more money.
worth of an asset that's going up. So as this decreases, it automatically makes this increase.
Right.
Now you can buy all the phones and bread you want from the asset. Now, if you have a business that pays you in the asset, now you got a whole nother bonus, because now you're earning an asset without your time and without your labor, and the asset is going up in value.
Right.
What most people do, and I'll end right here, is we trade our time
for money,
for dollars. Q, question. Mm-hmm. And you can put my business in the street. I give you permission. These days, if you ever ask me for anything, how often do I tell you no?
Very rare.
Very rare.
Yeah.
Right? If any. And if I do, I'm maybe trying to teach you a lesson.
Facts.
It's because I no longer have to wake up and chase
dollars. That's powerful. That is powerful, man. Y'all heard that?
The most important thing we have is time.
What's the first thing you think of in the morning when you wake up?
When I wake up in the morning,
not getting the bag.
I'm not thinking about getting the bag. I don't have to think about that anymore. That's why I said it's easy to get rich.
That's powerful, man. Listen,
to be broke.
You hear that? We got listen. This is just real money we got here. We got real money here in the building now. He says wealth is a mentality. It's not about the dollar amount. It's about the value. So your mentality, his mentality is he don't no longer have to think about the things he once did to get the things that he needs to supply for his family.
Listen, Chose, let me tell you how powerful that is. Listen, brother.
Powerful, man.
In my business, I may not look at my back office where the money's coming in.
Right.
I may not look in the back office for days.
Right.
Like literally.
Yeah, facts, because you ain't even think about it.
I don't
It's not the dollar amount. It's not the dollar amount.
You know who thinks about money? Broke people.
Always.
Every single decision they make
is about the dollar amount.
And it's not a disparage. It's a disparaging
But it
comment.
stops you from moving forward because your movement is based on something that's tangible, that's almost oppression.
What about all these so-called rich people who still say the first thing they think about is chasing the bag?
Well, maybe I don't know, but maybe they are not secure in how they're making
making their money. Right. If their money ain't coming in and they sleep, then they waking up feeling like they gotta chase it.
This is the
But if your money coming in your sleep, you can't wake up saying you gotta chase something that's already there before you get up.
I looked at my crypto portfolio this morning. It made $40,000 overnight. Overnight. Now look, that had nothing to do with me.
Bing.
That had to do with seeing where the trend is going, seeing where the economic energy is going, and get in there.
It's a mentality. It's a mindset. It's a mentality. If you're afraid to make money, you ain't gonna make none.
That's right.
If you're afraid to make any kind of money, you ain't gonna make none. I ain't never seen nobody afraid to eat. I ain't never seen nobody scared of no food. So if you're afraid and money, you gotta pay. You gotta have money to get food. Now, so
Now, Chose, I know you got another segment.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna end with this statement.
We're gonna do a part. Hey, listen, we doing a part 2.
Okay.
Facts is gonna be a part 2.
Where we at with the time?
Yeah, we should be cutting.
You ain't said nothing yet, so
people say
I would say 5 minutes. Or
people
something.
say, well, it ain't all about money. Well, I'm gonna say two things. First, it's not all about money. What determines the quality of the food you eat?
What determines the quality
of the food you eat? Isn't it money?
Yes.
Money. What determines the quality of the clothes you wear?
Money.
What determines the quality of the car you drive?
Money.
What determines the safety and quality of the home you live in?
Money.
What determines how much food is in your refrigerator?
Money.
What determines the health care of your parents as they age?
Money.
What determines what zip code you live in?
Money.
What determines your kids' education?
Money.
What determines...
everything.
Is there anything?
Nothing. Nothing in this world, not in this country,
Okay.
not in America.
Okay, all right.
Maybe in Canada you can get free health insurance, but not in America.
So, it's not about the money.
Right.
Here we go. It's about it not being about the money.
It's about being what you do. It's about being what you do, because what you do, you are the money. You will create the money. Your lifestyle, who you are, your mindset will create, because money is, they print it every day.
Okay.
So money, you're going to create that energy that you have within yourself, that belief that you have within yourself about who you are, that confidence that you have. It will create that lifestyle that you want.
Here's the comment. If what you do, if you have to trade time for dollars,
that ain't going to work.
You will work until you die.
You'll be a slave.
You will work until you die.
You'll be a straight slave.
If you don't have to trade time for dollars, you will become rich. This is why we say it's easier to be rich than it is to be broke, because to be broke, you've got to work for money. Here we go. Watch
Facts.
it. Last thing.
Facts.
To be broke, you've got to work for money, and you only have so many hours in a day. To be rich, money has to work for you. That's it.
I walked away from $80K a year. I used to work for the post office. So I'll piggyback on everything he's saying. I walked away from $80K a year. I used to work for the post office, and they told me I was crazy. They said, you crazy. This job here going to take care of you and take care of your family. But I was still struggling making $80K a year because I didn't have the time or the freedom to either spend with my family or invest into my business or dedicate to my business. So I decided to walk away, talk to my wife, and decided to walk away from my job. And and it was the best thing I ever did. It's the best thing. It gave me the freedom, gave me the confidence to move. And I mean, I'm not even thinking about $80K. That's the last thing on my mind. The job is the last thing on my mind. So piggyback on that, you cannot be afraid to be an entrepreneur. I do not wake up and answer to nobody. I make all my rules, all my schedules.
And that's what they don't teach you in school.
Right.
They will not.
Right.
They don't teach you how to come out here and work for yourself.
Right.
And be creative and. You know what I mean?
That's why we support any kind of business, that entrepreneurship, that you work in or you doing anything. We want you on the show. We want to bring you out. We want to promote. We want to push you. If you in the financial literacy space.
That's why we're doing the Righteous Grind Academy. We're actually going to turn that into a real academy.
A real physical academy for our people.
We're going to teach to you financial literacy and the things that you need to throughout life to be an entrepreneur and not have to work in that society and that system.
I'm going to close with this, guys. I'm going to close with this. So, for those of you that are interested, we have a business. It's called GS Partners. Get back with the person that's sharing this with you on Facebook Live. Let them know you want to get some information on how to earn Bitcoin and Ethereum through a system.
You better get
For those of you that are on this podcast, literally get with these gentlemen, find out more about what they're doing. I can feed them information to help you get involved in earning digital commodities because
I'm gonna get involved. I'm gonna get involved because
So
I
I already buy digital currency.
So yeah, I'm already an avid
week.
investor. So I'm gonna get into the space. I'm definitely
You heard
gonna
about the
partner with him.
Ethereum too? Yeah, have you been investing in Ethereum too yet? I got
Ethereum.
a stake in
Ethereum. Oh, two.
It's at an
Yeah.
all-time
You gotta
high.
put a stake in.
Oh.
We get paid in Ethereum and Bitcoin.
Well,
So,
hey, I need to get paid in the
we will show
period. So
you.
I
You got to
need
buy the Ethereum 2 with the Ethereum 1.
I'm gonna do all that. So they finna put me up on game. I'm a financial guy, so they gonna put me up on game on that, and I'm gonna take advantage of that. So if anybody want to tap in, that's following us, that's looking at us, yeah, we definitely gonna come back. We got to, cause you got too much juice. Oh, you got that fire. He got that fire.
Yeah,
we had to come up. Hey, my spirit.
I'm holding back.
Hey man, I know you, but my spirit guy. I feel like,
we
man,
got to do the whole 2 hours.
I had to look over there. And say, I thought that was me over there talking for a minute. He went to talk about the school system and stuff like that, man. Hey,
That's
listen,
crazy.
I love that. We need more of that, man. Economic revolution, you know what I'm saying, in our people, not just about money. It's not about a money thing, it's a mindset, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't have the mindset, you're not gonna have the money. So, you know, and you're not gonna keep the money. You can work hard for the money, but it ain't gonna stay in your bank account. And you know, if you're smart, you know what I'm saying, then you'll put it into your life insurance policy. But that's another subject. We'll talk about
Making
that
money
later.
work for you.
We'll talk about that a little later.
Make money in your sleep so you don't work until you die.
But you got to get on this crypto space. It's a game changer. It allows us to have a platform, a stage to fight against oppression. And your oppression is fiat currency. If you don't understand fiat or cash or anything like that, your oppression is fiat currency. The systematic strategy that has been put in place over us is to be enslaved to the money. It's to be enslaved to the money. So we cannot be enslaved to the money. We must be investors. We must be avid investors. If you believe in yourself, you better start investing. If you believe in yourself, you better start investing. If not, then your children gonna suffer for your children will suffer for your indecision.
Assets. Put it in
Assets.
That's it for me, guys.
Man, listen.
Make sure you follow him on all this. Where can they find you?
Where can they find you at? Where can they get your information? Where can they lock in on your secrets, on your strategies? Where can they find Mr. Dalcoe?
We got a website. You can go to yourmoneysystem.info, or pay using crypto.com. I've got a little form you can fill out there. Pay using crypto.com, and we'll reach out to you.
Okay.
Hey man, listen.
And make sure y'all go check us out at We Good Podcast on all your social media platforms. Y'all go on here on YouTube, We Good Podcast, smash the subscribe button, like, comment, click them notifications so you get every time we drop. We dropping every Wednesday.
And we're going to drop more fire, more heat. We are going to come back with a part 2. That's a promise.
No doubt.
That's a promise. We're going to come back with a part 2. Matter of fact, we're going to lock it in before he leave and figure out this date when we're going to get him back on here, because it's an honor to get him on here. He's a busy man, very busy, and to have him in our presence at this time is an honor. So definitely take heed to this man. This man is very powerful in this space. And he leads. He's a leader. You know, he's not a follower. He's a leader. A lot of people follow him. A lot of people are becoming wealthy because of his knowledge and becoming financially free. So if you think we just putting up anybody on here that's talking about money, we're not. Trust me. So this man is certified in everything he's saying. He's certified. So we appreciate him coming on and sharing his jewels. We definitely gonna come out with a part 2. Q, you got something?
Cream, get the money. Y'all keep coming back, and we gonna keep coming back to back to back. We good.
Y'all let us know what y'all think. Comment.
We good
subscribe.
Wednesday.
We good, man.
Yep.
Q. So I got something to say. H.O. So I got something to say. So I got something to say. We hustle, we grinding away. Tomorrow ain't promised today. Know why we gon' shine in your face. So I got something to say. So I got something to say. So I got something to say. So I got something to say.
It's why I got you and I'm the mouth for the South with my C.H.O. Listen what we're talking about. It's the We Good Podcast. The South got something to say, and y'all got the right ones. 'Cause we got time today.
Straight facts, no lies on. We really baking them pies home. We really changing these lives home. Really out here on the grind though. From the basketball to the media, from the touchdowns you can speak from us. From the credit game to the business lane, we put food in refrigerators, man. From the hip hop to the pro tool, from the R&B to the old school, from the biggest fights to the biggest nights. C.H.O and Q gon' get you right. Gon' get you right. C.H.O and Q gon' get you right. Gon' get you right. C.H.O and Q gon' get you right. Souf got something to say. We hustle, we grindin' away. Tomorrow ain't promised today. Know why we gon' shine in your face. The Souf got something to say. The Souf got something to say. The Souf got something to say. The Souf got something to say.